Looking at the VIN number, this looks like a 2007 Rockwood 8272S here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. At the time of this filming, it has been ours and in on trade for maybe 5 minutes. We are very adamant about working to keep our inventory always up to date online for you guys. This is a front living room, rear bedroom, almost a classic floor plan. You see the slide has the awning topper there. The one thing I like to point out on these is you can see that the fabric on this is in really good shape. A lot of times right up next to the trailer you can start to see little pock marks or daylight through them because that top part of the fabric is always exposed to the elements and tends to be the part that is stressed first when winds hit it. What's cool about Rockwoods is they are fully laminated. Front, back, top, bottom, inside and out. They are fully laminated construction. It's one of the reasons they have been and still are today basically they are the #1 selling lightweight out there. The only thing I can say on this one is it looks like this side of the trailer is exposed to the sun, so there are a couple very small spots where your graphics had peeled a little. That is the only thing I can say to take away from this one. There's all kinds of good stuff going on here. We have an oversized grilling rack right here. That's what that little port is that I'm pointing at. That is a spot where your outside grill can hook up. You notice that the outdoor awning goes from the front of the trailer almost clear to the back, but it does cover both entry doors. The rear entry door goes basically to the bedroom or the bathroom space. As you come in the front living room, you'll see that everything is very clean, and this has been very well maintained. Like I said, other than just normal sun hitting the stickers on the one side of the trailer, she's about as flawless as a used RV is ever going to get. This is a fantastically well kept unit. You know, I said we've had it on trade for 5 minutes. We haven't gone through and cleaned it. We haven't touched it. I'm literally the first person from our dealership to hop inside of it. It is just, this is exactly how they kept it. This is how it looked when they were done using it. I'm a sucker for a breakfast nook. I love the little twin bar stool set up there. It's just something I've always personally enjoyed. You see that the previous owners were kind enough to include all the original electronics with this, which is really slick. This is central air, central heat, and like I mentioned regarding fully laminated, try doing that to Grandpa's old camper and you'd probably put your hand through it. And in fact, that trend where you can bang on stuff continues. I've had a lot of names in my life, some more savory than others, but recently I've been called the cabinet knocker, which I think is really funny. I absolutely understand why they call me that, but I still think it's funny. Very nice bathroom space in here. The shower does have a little seating area, and one of the reasons they have that seat, people go, why do they do that sometimes? That's because it's right over the wheel well. So you need to have that little jut into the trailer, but it still has enough floor space to be functional. Big oversized power ceiling fan here. That will keep a tremendous amount of airflow moving through your trailer. These little pieces and parts, that's the toilet paper holder, and it is really funny how often I see those. For years, people griped at the manufacturers and said, you guys put that in the wrong spot. So a lot of manufacturers will ship loose plastic parts like that so that you can put it where you want, and that way it's always right. Another thing I like to point out in Rockwoods is they do have a full-size giant sink in here, so you can actually use it. And notice that we're going to see some higher-end amenities, like true raised panel doors. You know, you're going to find a lot of items like that. I like seeing little homegrown solutions to things like this. They just put a little privacy shade on here so that they didn't have quite so much light hitting them in the morning. But all of your windows have both day and night 2-section shades. Now, the reason this sticks up right here is because this has a huge pass-through storage through it. Now, another thing to point out, if you look, they almost hid the power outlets on both sides of the bed, but they are there. Another thing I wanted to mention is the second giant wardrobe closet that you have here. You know, if you've watched any of my videos, you've heard me say you can never get enough storage in an RV, but it is nice to try. And right up here for the bedroom is the little TV entertainment center. So you do have front rear cabin entertainment potential. Jackknife front sofa can go down into a sleeper. Obviously your dinette can fold down into a sleeper. And notice that even above the dinette and the sofa, they still included storage cabinetry, where a lot of folks are going to drop out on that. That's an area where a lot of people cut corners, and as a result, as the owner, you kind of lose out. Now, this also has a front wall window, which is very unusual nowadays. They used to do that a lot, but the problem was a lot of people didn't take care of their campers properly. And if a camper is not built really, really well, that is prone to leaks. Rockwoods are built really, really well, and that is not anywhere, really near or on the radar for top warranty claim items. And that's something that we always liked about them. Generally, when we sell Rockwoods, they stay in your driveway and they don't come back to ours. This is a perfect example. This is one that has a couple years on it and is still in just fantastic shape. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you for watching, everybody. Happy camping.